The following report contains some disturbing.
It is, of course, the very young who are among the most vulnerable. This little girl is 14 months old. That's not soup her mother's feeding her. It's water mixed with jam. It's all she has. In the hospitals, they're keeping the babies alive with medicine and injections of sugar and salt. Malnutrition has become the biggest problem here. In a town where a kilo of rice now costs £170, anything and everything is forage. This woman is boiling up blades of grass. Starvation has become another weapon in this war. Innocent people are its victims.
In the villages of Yemen, it's the children who suffer most. Wherever you go, you can see the human cost of this war. 7-month-old Fatima is weak and severely malnourished. She's one of hundreds in this area alone. Her mother Sarah tells me she won't stop crying. It breaks my heart, she says. The only thing Sarah can offer her child is water. She is so malnourished herself that she's unable to breastfeed. The hospital is overwhelmed with children, but in some cases, malnutrition has turned into outright starvation. Salim is 8 years old. Once able to play and talk to his brothers and sisters, his mother says, although he's alive, it's as if he's no longer here.
I never imagined I would ever see a child like this in Yemen. This boy is starving. It scares me that it may be the beginning of a famine.
According to UN figures, there are now 370,000 children with the same level of malnutrition as Salim. 4-year-old Shaib's grandfather tells us his condition has taken a turn for the worse.
This year, Human Aid UK have provided the poor and the needy in 8 different countries with the basic food supplies that are required to allow them to have the sustenance they need in this blessed month. When you provide food to homes and families that aren't able to provide it for themselves, you lift a tremendous burden from the life struggles. In besieged Gaza, you have supported the poor and the orphans who are suffering sanctions and difficulties that we just can't imagine. In Lebanon, it's not only our orphan and widow shelter that has beneficiaries remembering you in their du'as. There are many families of the poor that have fled the conflict inside Syria and are struggling to eke out a living far from their homes. Somalia, Yemen, and the Gambia have all equally had their share of provisions distributed for Ramadan. Inside Myanmar itself, people who rarely see outsiders have been bestowed with food, where many of them have been suffering subtle and violent persecution for many years now.
So before anything else, what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you what's in the iftar packs, what people have been donating for. We've got, alhamdulillah, we've got noodles. That the noodles are going into the bag. They're very nutritious, high in fiber and so on. But alhamdulillah, we've got noodles in here. We've got dal in here. Anybody who don't know dal is actually lentil. We've got aloo is potato. We've got a lot of potato here. This stuff, this is what people eat, this is what people use, and this is what we need to give.
Those fleeing persecution occurring inside Myanmar. You brought happiness and smiles to the old and the young alike.
تخرج حلمك الأغلى فما سرعوض بالثهر إليك تهنئة تلون فرحة العمر فينمو الورد بساما وينشر أطيب العطر وتحيا في نجاح.
In Syria itself, you have touched the lives of many and helped reduce child malnutrition and the general crisis of starvation in some of the hardest places to reach in the world. And now, those who have donated or are looking to donate can imagine the many du'as in the many languages and dialects that are all being sent to the all-hearing, all-seeing, who this month shall thank you for being part of Human Aid. Thank you for helping us in bringing hope to life. It was His mercy and acceptance upon us all.